draw the picture of how excited I am to be in this absolute amazing, beautiful kitchen. I can tell you now that it has been coming for a while to actually fit myself, wiggle myself into the schedule of this amazing, beautiful, strong woman. I cannot wait to kick off this month's series, in which we are doing winter warmer heart food. I cannot wait to introduce you to not only as beautiful as this kitchen is, to the most amazing, beautiful woman that runs this kitchen. And let me tell you, she runs a tight ship. So keep tuned, continue to like, follow, share all of our social media pages. Make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter, as we will be sure to share all of our blogs, our tips, our tricks, and actually just a little bit of extra information about the show with you directly. So stay tuned. I cannot explain to you how crazy excited I am to introduce you and the rest of the world to Welna now. Welna and I know one another since I was about yay big and a little blonde girl running around the church, and she has been changing the lives of so many people. Like, I think it's at least like hundreds of people, whether it started from youth at church all the way up to really making sure that you are taken care of. Now, Welna is my ICE number one. So all of my family starts from 2 and 4 and 9, but Welna is one, because if I am in trouble, Welna is the first person I call. It's been grilled into me. So all of those fender benders, writing off a car, theft, anything that has gone wrong in my life, Welna was the first person that I called it. And I promise you, if you had to be on that competition where if you can win 100 million rand by calling a person and they would pick up, you call Welna, because she always picks up. So Welna, after that big introduction, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Anja, thanks. It was a big introduction, and it is true. I know you from very small, and you set the expectation for everyone very high from me. But yeah, we're here today because I love cooking food, and I love making new recipes, and I struggle with keeping to a recipe. And one of my husband's big issues with me when I make something is, so I'm never going to eat this again. Because where's the recipe?
Yes.
Because I know every foodie knows that if you start making a recipe and you say, well, it needs more of this and that, you start adding, but you never keep track of what you're doing.
No.
Aside from that, my kitchen is still too small, although Anle loves it. My husband continuously adds bits and pieces.
It's a good husband.
And repaints it and does all sorts of things for me. But he knows that I'm a foodie, and he always makes sure that I've got whatever I need to feed people, because it's one of my big passions.
Yeah.
My other big passion is my day job, which is a broker. I actually do commercial insurance.
Right.
But Anna and her family and the church and all of those are my clients, which is why I'm her number one.
Yes.
ICE, not because she loves me so much, although the love goes both ways.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I have a garden that I'm trying to get on track always. It's never correct, so again, my husband redesigns it every time I look around and say,
as often as possible.
I don't like this anymore. But the one thing I do love and do is doing herbs. I grow herbs, and I grow them easily. Over there, which the camera cannot see, is a whole bowl of chilies. I just pluck them. My trees give me new chilies. These came off today, like 4 or 5 every single week.
Wow.
And I dry them, use them dried, use them fresh, eat them, add them to anything, and I grow all the other little herbs and bits and pieces.
So on today's menu, what is coming from your garden?
So on today's menu, I haven't got a lot coming from my garden because it's the end of the season.
Yeah.
But this is a spring onion, which I left because I believed, no one told me that, but I believed it's going to become a shallot.
Yes.
when you cut it off. But when I pulled it out of the ground, it was just a long, thin stem.
Oh, sure.
And so eventually I had 4 of these, and they're so tasty, and I used that. And chives always comes from my garden.
Oh.
I made the stock myself.
Okay.
Other people buy stock. We
Yeah.
normally buy stock because it's easier. And all the chilies and the chives, and there's some aromatics like
Yes.
thyme and coriander.
Ooh.
And rosemary
Yes.
and parsley and chives in
All of
that
them.
stock that all comes from my garden.
Wow.
Currently I'm trying to grow potatoes and ginger, but it's not happening. Not yet.
Okay, but watch this space. Like, if I get
It
my
will be
way,
there.
we will be back. I can promise you that.
Yes.
Welna, thank you so much for having us in your kitchen. I
Oh, so
cannot
welcome.
wait for this storm to take us by. And I hope you guys are ready and hungry, because this Winter Warmer Heart series is going to completely win over your hearts. Enjoy.
I was eating gooseberries and I loved them, and I chucked them into our earthworm farm in the back there, and the next minute I saw little plants come up, and I planted them in that pot, and they came up. I didn't know what they were, but eventually they were this high, and the first gooseberry came out, and when I saw that I realized I've got gooseberries.
Certainly helps for the gin lover.
It certainly helps for the gin lovers. And so now I've replanted them in here, and they're all just coming out. Look at this big one. And it's full of gooseberries. So any berries, you can plant them all season long. And so now that I know I can plant gooseberries, I want to try blueberries, blackberries.
Strawberries.
I tried strawberries.
Raspberries?
I'll try raspberries. I first have to get my olive tree going, because this is my pride and joy, but it's not making olives.
You have mentioned that you have a couple of passions in your introduction, but I know that you have a secret passion as well. Would you like to elaborate on your creative side as well?
Anlay, the thing with me is, because I'm not a very artistic person,
Right.
I live most of my creativity out in food.
Right.
But then here and there I get bored at home, because I've sort of got the ultimate sort of camel man husband.
Right.
He travels, he hunts, he golfs, he fishes, whatever you name.
Yes.
He's in the motorbike club, so he's got a very busy life.
Yes.
My life is a bit work home, work home, work home. I'm very passionate about my work, so
Yes.
I'll put more in than's requested of me.
Yeah.
So when I discovered that I am a little bit creative in terms of food, I started reaching out to different places to find out if there's other things I can do.
All right.
And I found Lee's Pewter Room in
Oh.
Melkbos.
Okay.
And at first, so pewter is all about a full type of texture and embossing.
All right.
The challenge is to know if you're embossing out or in.
Okay.
And I couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
So the owner, Lee, had to stand by me and literally say, no, Welna, you're pushing this in, it has to come out. And when I finally clicked it,
Yeah.
I realized this is the most amazing type of art.
Obviously, we understand your love for food and that you're a true foodie.
Yes.
I think love for food is not something that is just born. It's something that is created and enjoyed, and it grows. You know, your love for food continues to grow, and that's the beauty about this world that we live in, is the variety of cultures in terms of food. So, do you have any favorite cuisines or cultures that you enjoy and that you want to go travel to experience it firsthand?
Look, I've been to Singapore
Oh,
and then a little bit up towards Malaysia, and then Penang, which is sort of the place that you go. It's Phuket, but the Phuket that no one knows about.
Oh,
It's actually the real Asian foodie capital, but no one says it's a small, very poor island.
right.
But the cuisine there is magnificent. So yes, I love Asian food, and I love it because it's easy to make, and it all makes sense. The pillars that it's built on, they've added one, so they always just had the 5,
All right.
which is the normal ones,
Right.
and I can list them if I have to, but they've now added umami,
Oh.
and it's a big thing. So whenever you go there and you have it, in Singapore,
Yeah.
that is where you get, from my point of view, the best food in the world. But good old Afrikaanse boerekos
Yes.
is fantastic, because we went to one guest house hotel in Tilbach, I think,
Right.
and on their menu was this thing called pap and borscht. And we were all thinking, what? Pap and borscht? But the waiter said to us, well, try it.
Yeah.
What appeared in our plate was a triangle of something that looks like a fried piece of fish or a crumbed piece of fish.
Right.
And it was good old-fashioned coarse millipap
Wow.
that they deep fried.
Yes.
With some boerewors, and they jazzed it up.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
Yeah.
People go there just for that.
Absolutely.
So we underestimate the local foods here.
What can we call this dish, Welna?
So it is really Thai. It's a prawn curry. It's noodle, and it's a poke bowl. So we've got a Thai prawn curry noodle poke bowl.
Can we say it's Welna's Thai prawn curry poke bowl?
I think so.
I think so too. All right, so I am going to do this 2 ways. Welna, tell us quickly, why do you love this dish so much?
I love it because in real life it takes very quick to make if you don't have to make your own stock and your paste. It's extremely healthy aside from the noodles if you're on a diet, and you can do it without the noodles if you are really on a diet.
Oh, okay.
But if you are filling a family fast in the evening, this is everything you need in one bowl.
Yes.
And you're not left with a lot of dishes afterwards. How does it taste? You have to taste.
Absolutely. Well, the proof is in the prawn.
Proof is in the prawn.
Cooked perfectly. And it's rich and deep in that curry paste and your stock. Oh my word. The beautiful, I said the proof is in the prawn, but actually it all lies within the heart, which is the broth.
Yes.
Itself.
Correct.
And the stock.
Yes.
It's so nice licking off my fingers.
Licking off your fingers, it's awesome.
Welna, thank you so very much for every single moment and sharing your story and your life and your kitchen with us. It's such a privilege to be honored in your presence, and
Thanks,
I am so excited to come back more often for the dish. You may grab that glasses there. Toasties, thank you so very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to share, and now that this is the kickoff for the winter warmer hearty food, I don't know what's gonna happen next week. Good luck with that.